Hello everyone and welcome back to Moonmothgoddess Tarot. Thank you guys all so much for being here, your continued love and support here on the channel. My name is Monique. For those of you that are new, welcome. You may also want to check out my second tarot channel, Neptune's Child Tarot, where I also have additional pick your card readings posted over there as well. For those of you that would like to book a private reading, you can find my email down below in the description box. Just send me an email and I will provide you with more information on booking readings as well as other services with me. So today's pick a card reading, we're going to be doing a you versus them, them being the person, your love interest, the person that you have on your mind, you versus them. However, the questions that I'm going to be looking at today is comparing your energy and theirs, but what we're going to do is we're going to look at what energy you are bringing into the connection, and we're going to be asking Spirit if it is helping the connection, to grow, to nurture it, or is it hindering the relationship from developing, okay? And then we're going to look at your person's energy and see what energy they're bringing into the connection, and if it is helping to nurture your relationship or is it hindering it. So we're looking at blockages. If there's blockages there that have to be addressed, to kind of see where you and the other person are at, and if the way in which you're interacting with each other, whether it's communicating, things that are going on, are they actually helping the relationship to further progress and develop? Or is it causing stagnancy? Causing some issues that are preventing the relationship from being able to progress into what you desire. And I'm assuming for the most part, many of you are wanting committed relationship, long-term relationship, something to that effect. Okay, so you versus them. What is the energy you're bringing into the connection? Is it helping, hindering? And then we'll also compare it to your person's energy and what they're bringing to the table, and if it's helping the connection, or if it's hindering it. And then at the end of that, for each pile, we will be getting some advice for you to, advice moving forward. Okay. Of course, you cannot control, the way that another person acts. You can certainly bring it up, right? With communication, coming from a place of love, compassion, empathy, and being calm, grounded with your emotions is certainly also helpful. But also learning to be assertive and speak up and communicate to really kind of also, talk about certain things that you might be noticing that are causing issues. Because sometimes we notice things that other people are saying or doing, and they're not helping, right? It's not helping. So sometimes we have to find a way of being able to communicate that to the other person, to let them know that we feel bothered by it, triggered by it, or that we want them to do more, of something that they do that does make us feel happy and loved and secure in the connection that we're putting so much of our time and our energy into. Okay, so you versus them. We do have 3 crystals out here for you guys to choose from today. For pile 1, you are going to be this Phosphosiderite crystal. For group 2, you are going to be this fire calcite. And then for group 3, you are going to be this Smokey quartz. I am going to be adding in one of these cards to help you guys with choosing. But if you already know based off of the crystal alone, you can go ahead and skip right to the timestamps. It'll take you directly to the reading. Okay. So group 1. Group 1, Group 2, oops, and Group 3. Okay, let's see what we've got. So for Group 1, we have card number 27, Transformation, and that is with this Phosphosiderite. Okay, that is for group 1. Group 2, We have action, number 15. I'm sorry, guys. I have dog hair all over me. 15 with action, and we have fire, calcite. Okay. Group 3. We have card number 28, rest. And that is going to be with this Smokey quartz. Okay, so those are the choices for today. So you versus them. Timestamps will be down below for you guys, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, Group 1. So those of you that resonated with the 27 transformation card and the Phosphosiderite, this is going to be your reading today. So we're finding out you versus them. We're going to be looking at what energy you're bringing into the connection, if it's helping or hindering the relationship from developing. And then we'll then switch over to asking about your person and what kind of energy they're bringing into the connection, and whether or not that is helping the connection to further grow and develop, or if it's basically blocking it from further progressing, so that you're able to kind of make a decision, maybe even make some changes, if that is something that's possible. We'll be getting some advice for you at the end as well. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start off with your energy and ask Spirit here what energy you are bringing into the connection. Of course, like I said in the intro, you know, we're in control of ourselves. We can certainly change the way in which we show up in the relationship, especially if we're noticing that we're doing certain things that are maybe triggering the other person, or if we're feeling triggered and we're reacting a certain way. So we'll just kind of see what's going on. Okay, so what energy are you bringing into the connection, Group 1? And there's no judgment here, okay? None of us are perfect. We've all got our issues in relationships and connections. We've got the 10 of Cups. What energy are you bringing into this connection? We've got the Hanged Man. The 6 of Wands. The 8 of Cups. Can I fit one more in here? The 10 of Wands. Okay. Okay, we do have the 4 of Swords at the bottom. So the 4 of Swords energy is a card of stillness, rest, reflection, healing, and I feel that with the 10 of Cups energy being present, that you are someone who's really feeling very connected to this person. You know, the 10 of Cups is about complete fulfillment, happiness, joy, that we feel in connected. And I'm noticing how both of them are kind of submerged in the water. Okay, and they're holding each other. And so I feel that you are, you know, fully, I feel like investing yourself emotionally. And I feel like for the most part, trying to stay positive about the connection. And I'm noticing that this figure over here kind of has a shell on its head. And so you might even be trying to really help or encourage this person to kind of like get out of their head and into their heart space. Almost like she's supporting this other figure here with being in the water, supporting this figure while it's in the water. Like almost like telling it's okay to feel your feelings, you know? So I feel like you're bringing in some pretty positive energy here. We do have the Six of Wands, which is about success and, you know, being in the spotlight and recognition, appreciation. And so I can kind of see this in two different ways, because on one hand, we've got the Eight of Cups energy here and the Ten of Wands, which makes me feel that perhaps there may have been some challenges that you have been facing maybe with this person, and you may have even felt like a lot of stress, feeling very overwhelmed, or feeling, you know, that maybe things have gotten so challenged that you may have even questioned leaving, walking away with the Eight of Cups here. But and maybe you have, you know, with the Hangman here, the Hangman is a state of surrender. It's about a change of perspective. So those of you that literally have felt a little bit of a challenging energy here in this situation, where you felt like you needed to kind of step away and focus on yourself, or, you know, pull back from the connection, or even notice the other person being more detached with you. This could have even caused a lot of stress for you. But if you are someone who's walked away with the Hangman here, I feel like there's been a change of perspective that you have had. And you may be kind of changing the way in which you see this person. Okay, in terms of, because we do have transformation here. So those of you that kind of felt like, you know, maybe I should give up, maybe I should just walk away, and maybe even taking that time to take a step back, you may have even in that time and space of healing here or reflecting, are really finding that you really feel so connected to this person, and you might be seeing them in a better way, a positive way. Like I said, I kind of feel like there's an encouragement here of feeling feelings and being comfortable in them, and both people kind of submerging themselves right in the water. And we also have a sun, you know, that's kind of rising in the background there, which, like I said, I'm kind of getting from that the positivity, the optimism, seeing that you and this person can pull through this, you know, even though, and some of you may have even come to a time of, come to an ending of overcoming a difficult time, you know, that you may have experienced with this person. Some of you may have even felt like if this person with you has or was more detached, that could have also been something that really stood out to you. And when they were doing so, that could have even been something that really where you wanted more of their attention. You wanted more of them to notice you and to pay attention to you. So the thing that I do like here is the Hangman, because the Hangman is about surrender, meaning that we're not trying to force something. We're not trying to control something. You know, there could be certain things that you're working on changing with inside of yourself, healing yourself, even the need for seeking validation or approval, you know, from another person. You may even be working on trying to let go of certain feelings and emotions that you've wanted to express. And not so much that you're just not talking about it, but more so, you know, because sometimes there's certain things that we want to say to someone, and in the heat of the moment, our emotions can kind of be all over the place, and sometimes we might say something anyways, and it doesn't come out the right way. you know? So it's important for us to kind of keep ourselves grounded emotionally and also kind of bring logic in so that we're able to have that interconnectedness between the head and the heart, and we're able to properly communicate our needs or desires to the person to help to create balance and harmony, you know? And I feel that you are, you know, trying to envision and envision yourself being happy with the person and everything working out in a good way. Okay? So I want to ask Spirit here now, is this energy helping or hindering this connection? Is this energy helping or hindering this connection? We have the King of Swords. Oops. We've got the Magician in reverse. Five of Wands. And the Fool. Five of Cups in reverse. And then we also have the Hermit. Okay, I'm seeing the Queen of Swords here at the bottom. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. So what's the issue here? Because there's an issue. It may more so be something that the way that this person is receiving your energy, you know, not so much that you're doing something wrong, but it's the way that this person is perceiving, the way that they're perceiving it, I feel like. Because there's resistance here. And it may be causing this person to feel almost kind of like you're trying to tell them what to do, or how to do something, or how to be, or how to show up. It may also be making them feel, and again, this isn't, I don't want to say that this is a you problem, you know, because we have to be able to communicate with a partner. And sometimes some of the things that we have to say, people can take as judgment or criticism. And if they are someone who has a fragile sense of self, that telling them about something that they're doing wrong, or, you know, something that you've noticed, even if you're, you know, you're trying to be nice and you're trying to, you know, help the situation, if that person is not able, like I said, if they have a fragile sense of self, criticism, judgment, they could perceive it as in a very negative way, is what I'm trying to say. They can try to fight it. They can try to, and I feel like another part of this is because this person might also realize how they also communicate, how they think. And it could be to the point where they start to feel ashamed or even guilty of something that they must have said or done, and then begin to internalize it, and it makes them feel bad about themselves, you know? So this person might be kind of feeling that you're controlling or bossy or demanding or trying to start drama, start an argument, and that is a red flag, okay? Because if we're trying to have a conversation with somebody And every time you talk about something, you know, about the connection, the relationship, if they feel like they're being attacked or that you're trying to have an argument when all you may be trying to do is just talk, communicate. If they're going to perceive it as a fight or an argument or drama or negativity, the person is trying to be bossy or demanding or controlling, you know, that's something that they have to work on within themselves. It might make the person feel disempowered, like you're in control, you know? Um, unless you are those things, you know. No, again, no judgment, unless you are. um, which is now making me kind of curious. I feel like I want to look at the Ten of Wands here. Because this could in fact be making this person kind of withdraw. And feel guarded. I want to say that if you are someone who doesn't have the best way of saying things, this might be something that you have to work on, okay? Because Queen of Wands in reverse can be a very jealous or even envious, jealousy, envy, self-sabotaging, you know, and if you have a way of saying things in a way, if you're impatient, okay, if you're impatient, you know, because the Six of Wands is ego. It's about attention, validation, recognition. So if this, like I said, if somebody's pulling away here or they're acting detached, that could be something that, like I said, makes you feel stressed out. You know, especially if you're someone who fears being abandoned. Okay. And we don't like that feeling, right? Of a feeling abandoned. So you might, right, resort to even guilt tripping the other person. So yeah, I want to look at what is this Ten of Wands energy here. The Hierophant. Okay. Oh, okay. Your energy might also be something that's confusing this person, okay? Because I feel like sometimes with the Ten of Cups, you could be amazing, okay? And then at other times, you could, and this could be your mood, okay? It could be your mood, your emotions. You could also come across as very defensive. And that might be something that also makes this person feel like, do you like me right now? Am I your friend? Are we getting along or are we not getting along? There could be these fluctuations that you kind of go to where you feel like you're super close to them. And then if they do something perhaps to trigger you, and now it makes me curious to see what this other person's energy is, that you can kind of go back and forth between being super close to them and then sometimes being defensive. So I also feel that with the Hermit energy, it could either be that the other person withdraws, or even that you feel withdrawn. You feel isolated. You feel alone. And maybe that means perhaps you feel like the person doesn't understand you. They're not communicating well with you. So what is this Hanged Man energy here? The Knight of Pentacles. Two of Wands in reverse. And there's the Four of Swords again. Yeah, this makes me feel like there's some fluctuations within your energy, which again, this is, I mean, we go through this, right? We might have days where we feel really good and very positive, and then other days where we don't. But it almost makes me feel like this person could be very sensitive to these energy shifts that you're dealing with, that's going on within you. Because I feel like Spirit's saying it is creating conflict here. It's creating a challenge here. Why? Why is the Five of Wands here? Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So what's happening here is that one person is being super open, vulnerable, expressing their heart and their feelings, and it could be something that it's making the other person uncomfortable, or it's making the other person almost like the other person is not letting their guard down. Because remember, again, how here with this Ten of Cups, they're both submerged in the water. And like I said, she kind of looks like she's holding on to this other person here to be like, to just be like, it's okay. Let's be in our feelings right now. Let's be in our feelings and talk about this. And so I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect here, which I feel like we're not going to be clear with this until we see what this other person's energy is, because this looks like, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're kind of vibing off this person's energy where you try to be lovey-dovey and sweet and kind, and then you're being met with swords energy. And that might make you kind of be like, okay, well, if you're not going to, let your guard down and be open with me, then I'm going to put my guard up too. Because that can certainly get really irritating with that Queen of Wands in reverse. That would piss her off. That would so piss her off. It would make her upset. Like, what are you doing? And then she'd step into that Queen of Swords and so, okay, I want to look at what's going on with your person, because this looks like this person with the King of Swords, I don't know, helping or hindering. I mean, because you are being very honest here. However, because of, the Swords energy it can sometimes be cold or detached. So if you are someone who has, again, this might go into the way you say something, how you say it, your tone, So maybe better word choices or a nicer way of saying something. Okay, let's figure this out. Let's see what's going on with this person's energy. Like, what kind of energy they're bringing in here, because yeah. Let's see. What is going on? What kind of energy your person's bringing in here? I almost feel with this here, because the 27 reduces to a 9, which is the Hermit energy. The Hermit is about solitude, introspection. And the number 2 is the High Priestess. The 7 is the Chariot. So the High Priestess is about going within. And the 7 with the Chariot is about making progress. So I almost feel like Spirit's saying that maybe for both of you, in order to transform this relationship, in order to help it to move forward, both of you, you and the other person, are needing to reflect within the self individually to look at your own energy, right? To help to transform either yourself, right? In the way that we're kind of showing up. Okay, let's see. What kind of energy is pile 1's person bringing into this connection? What kind of energy? Really? The Empress? What kind of energy are they bringing in? Justice in reverse and the 10 of Swords? Well, no wonder we've got some stuff going on here. The Hermit in reverse. Let's ask Spirit here. Is this helping or hindering? I don't feel like this is helping. Is this helping or hindering this connection? We've got the Lovers, the World, the 6 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles. Wands. I kind of feel like, okay, this is, I feel like what Spirit's saying here is it's helping, but it's not helping with this person's energy, because it's creating stress. It's creating stress, and it's making it feel like when you guys are trying to move forward, like you're being weighed down. So the kind of energy that they are bringing in here, you know, we do have good cards here. We got the Empress, the 2 of Cups, which is beautiful energy. The Knight of Swords is like the person's focused on you. They're, you know, the Empress is about nurturing the connection, you know, building that bond and that connection with you. But, well, I guess this could be a good thing too, because if you've told this person like you're withdrawn, or you don't speak up, or you don't talk about your feelings, and again, this could be the way that you've said it, right? Could be something that could have made the person feel defensive, or made the person feel like you're picking on me, you're attacking me, you're, you know, if they have a fragile sense of self, their self-image, you know, it could certainly affect their self-esteem. Like, this Hermit in reverse could be a good thing, but also a bad thing. Okay, it could be both positive and negative. The positive with the Hermit in reverse could be that if you have told this person, hey, you need to talk about your feelings more. You know, the Hermit could be that this person is changing the way in which they're basically trying to try harder, to do better, and to not be so withdrawn, and to not be to isolate themselves so much from you, but more work towards connecting with you, which would be a positive, awesome, right? To focus and take action towards nurturing your relationship. And perhaps with the Justice card in reverse, they could understand that there's been certain things that they've said or they've done that have hurt your feelings. And so that could be trying to repair, trying to fix it. So I do feel like Spirit's saying that, you know, the 6 of Swords energy is a card of transition. We have the World energy here and the 10 of Wands, which could certainly be bringing that tough situation to an end, which is a positive, right? We want to be able to move beyond this problem so that we are able to come into balance with somebody with the Chariot and to get the relationship to move past this issue, okay, into union. And now we've got this person here who's kind of holding the other person's face. So this could even be that it could help in the way that this person is trying to reinforce them loving you, them caring about you, and trying to rebuild here. But it could also be stressful, with the 10 of Wands here. I feel like Spirit's saying you're kind of still potentially like in that in-between stage of like trying to work towards rebuilding or being stronger, which might make it feel like a little fragile, right? We're still working on this. We're still trying to bring our energy into alignment, into balance. If this person has lied, because I do feel with the Justice card in reverse, with the energy that they're bringing in here, the Justice card in reverse is lies. It is being dishonest. So perhaps they're not being honest with what they think, with what they feel. And that ends up hurting, right? Because you want to hear the person tell me you love me. Tell me you care about me. Tell me you want this relationship. And so if they have a hard time being honest, that can certainly create problems. The negative to that Hermit being in reverse is that the Hermit is about deeper introspective issues that are going on, meaning that there could be certain things that are within this other person that they need to look at, that they're not looking at. Things within inside of themselves. So I want to look at that a little bit. Why is the Hermit in reverse? Temperance. The Emperor. And the Eight of Swords in reverse. There's something within this person's masculine energy that they have to heal. They could be a person who's a negative thinker. Like their mind goes automatically to the negatives. Why is Justice in reverse? The Knight of Wands. Three of Swords. And the Five of Cups in reverse. Now, I don't feel like this is for all of you, but some of you, there may have been betrayal here. Cheating, okay? So if this person has lied to you, been deceptive, cheated on you, made some mistakes in the past, and you guys have tried to get over it, because even that can create trust issues, right? In the relationship. Like if this person is if they've deceived you in the past, or they were dishonest, or they cheated, they lied, they could be feeling that guilt. Or again, if you are trying to get past this hurdle with them, and sometimes you feel like I feel so lovey-dovey connected to this person, and then if you notice they're detached from you or withdrawn, and you're wanting their attention and they're not giving it to you, your mind also, if this person has done this to you before, or even if you've been cheated on in the past, and you're noticing that they're acting different with you, your mind too might also automatically go to, they're cheating, they're lying, they're hiding something. And of course, then we've got that energy shift again, right, that we were seeing earlier for you with the Two of Pentacles, where you go into defense mode, right? So this person could be feeling, if they did, do something wrong and lied or cheated in the past, or deceived you or betrayed in some way. It doesn't even have to be just with cheating, betrayal in general. That they could still feel that guilt, and they might still feel like you're still guilting them for it, or that they are even ashamed, that they've done something here. Or if there's someone who has trust issues and they've been betrayed in the past, That's also energy that they're bringing into this connection. Betrayal wounds, trust issues, again, maybe going back to some negative thinking that they need to heal here. They might even then have that feeling of like, I feel trapped. So it still looks like, you know, there's like you guys are making progress here. I feel like Spirit's saying it's still kind of like in that in-between transition period of trying to rebuild here. But let's look at this. This 10 of Wands here. The Fool. 2 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Spirit's saying, you know, with how they're, the energy that they're bringing in, there could still be some, you know, some ups and downs here, but it's trying to bring renewal to this. It's trying to recreate or to strengthen that bond, you know, between the two of you. You and this person here. 6 of Swords, Spirit. 6 of Swords. The Hanged Man. The Death card. And the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah. So, I mean, there's insecurities that are here. I mean, I feel like Spirit's saying that, you know, this person could be working on transforming this feeling that they have, insecurity. You know, this person could also be recognizing if you do have an abandonment wound or they have an abandonment wound, fear of abandonment, rejection. You know, this could be that both you and the other person are recognizing that, are seeing it, are trying to work on it, are trying to heal it. And so it's interesting, like I said earlier, that you guys have transformation here. Because I feel like there's a little key here, and I almost kind of feel like Spirit's saying the key to help this relationship to heal and to move forward and to transform is within you. Within each of you, you and the other person. And of course, that requires both people to be self-aware, right, of what kind of energy they are bringing here. Okay, so I want to now ask Spirit here, what is your advice for this connection? Yeah, it looks like if this person has wronged you in the past, it kind of looks like they're trying to work towards repairing it, towards fixing it, trying to do better. Okay, so what is Group 1's advice for this connection? What is Group 1's advice for this connection? 7 of Swords. Ace of Wands. 8 of Wands. Okay. I want to say that working on healing. Yes. Okay, look at that. 7, 8, 9 of Swords. I feel group one, we've got the Lovers at the bottom. Okay, your advice, the Devil and the Five of Pentacles. Some of you are very afraid of abandonment. I feel like your mind can get you in trouble here, okay? You're overthinking. If you have a fear of being cheated on, a fear of being abandoned, a fear of being rejected, and of course, this wounding that you have here may not necessarily all be from this person. It could be certainly be from your past. But I feel like in order for you to give this connection the best chances for you to also work on being the best version of you. And this is a lot of mental trouble in terms of the mindset getting you in trouble. Because if we're feeling triggered, if we're worried, if we're stressed out, if we're anxious, if we've got trust issues, we've got insecurities, that can create problems, you know? So if you are someone who does have an abandonment wound, if you've ever been ghosted, rejected, you know, and not wanting to, of course, that to happen again, because it's not a pleasant feeling. These are wounds that you do want to work on healing. Okay. Because these fears that you have about this happening to you again or in this connection could really make it very difficult for you to have a healthy, happy, balanced relationship with this person. And this more or less would kind of be going into the self-sabotage. Okay, sabotaging the relationship because the insecurities are here, the mental anguish, the worrying. It's kind of like you might not be able to stop thinking about getting hurt or being abandoned or being rejected or, you know, just like worst case scenario in your mind. That's where your mind can get you in trouble. Okay, so I want to say at the root of it with the Five of Pentacles here and the Devil is emotional manipulation. And that could even be your own emotions, right? Your own thoughts that manipulate you. And it might make your shadow side come out with the Devil energy here, in which the Devil energy can talk about emotional manipulation, you know, where your own fears and doubts in your mind because of a fear of abandonment, a fear of not being good enough, feeling unworthy can certainly create some issues here. Okay, so take some time, and I feel like that's where this is important here. Take some time to focus on healing the root of these insecurities, which I feel for many of you could be some form of abandonment, maybe from childhood or even from a previous relationship. If you've got low self-esteem, low self-worth, things of that nature, you want to work on healing that so that you can, you know, even believe a person when they tell you, I love you, I care about you, or, you know, something of that nature to help you and the other person. This might even go into you working on healing or changing even belief systems that you have. You know, take inspired action towards actively looking at the belief systems that you have and whether or not they are holding you back, hindering you in the way that you are in the relationship. And certainly, again, you know, if you're noticing something with the other person that's kind of going on and they're the one that has the trust issues and they're the avoidance and it's something that's bringing you a lot of anxiety and worrying and stressing and stuff like that, then of course that would also be something that you want to work on your communication skills with being able to communicate. And again, don't go towards the idea of try to stay away from emotionally manipulating also the other person or trying to control the other person. Because the Devil energy can certainly be us trying to have or assert a certain power over another person in a very toxic way, you know? So we want to make sure that we're not delving into the shadow, but more or less kind of observing your shadow and understanding it. Why do I act the way that I act? Or is it something about this person's action that's triggering this part of me? Focus on, with the Lover's energy here, focus on, I feel like the more that you can keep your own energy in balance and in alignment, the better it's going to help you to at least pull your weight, right, in the situation, in the connection with the other person. They're responsible for themselves. You can't heal them or fix them. That's their job to do. The Lover is love, and I feel like this is passion, and really working towards letting the person know how you feel. Okay, really working on the bond and the connection that you have, and also looking like lessons here, okay, because you do have the Hierophant and the Judgment card. What are you learning about yourself, about the other person, about past actions, and whether or not those past actions have really gotten you the results that you've wanted in this connection? Sometimes we have to take a good look at ourselves and see if there's something that we can change, something that we can transform about ourselves, An example of that, well, let's just be that you're someone who has trust issues. You've been cheated on before, betrayed by somebody. And then because you fear that happens with this new person or this person in your life presently, that you might say things or do things. You might try to be very possessive or controlling or jealous, or, your anxiety might get out of control where you start acting out of character. And it starts to make a certain version of you come out that you're not proud of, but it comes out because you fear being abandoned, or you feel being ghosted or left alone, or, things of that nature. So take some time to think about what you've learned, how you can work on transforming, how you can also create the space to help to further, if it's the other person that's got the issues here, that's the avoidant, or that's, got low self-esteem, low self-worth, or has, abandonment wounds, that you can also to them reinforce, right? Love, nurturing, compassion, empathy. Choose the way in which we respond to a person, the way in which we react to something that they say or do. Because if somebody does, it certainly doesn't excuse certain behavior, but if somebody's doing something because they're super insecure, or if they've got trust issues and they're acting a certain way with you, it is understanding, okay, this person's wounded. I'm compassionate, I'm empathetic for them being a wounded soul. But at the same time, you have to have your own boundaries, right, with what is acceptable and what is not acceptable behavior. But also, continuing to reinforce the idea of love. I love you. I care about you. Asking the person, what do you need from me? Or even letting them know what you need from them, to help one to feel more secure, to help one to feel more loved, and making sure that each other is making sure that each one of you are committing yourself to doing those things, right? Not just saying, okay, yeah, I'll do it, and then not doing it. We want to make sure that we're listening, right? We're listening to the other person. We're hearing what they have to say. And, doing what we need to do in order to help this relationship and move it into a place of balance here. Okay. So I think I want to pull one last card here. What is Group 1's advice? What is Group 1's advice here for this connection? We have Lapis Lazuli, number 30. Okay, so Lapis Lazuli, it says spiritual truth enlightenment, meditation, unity, consciousness, inner vision. So the relationship message says, all of us arose from the same liquid soup of potential when the earth began to take form. And you, like everyone else, are made of the stuff of stars. You are intermingled within the creation of all life. And Lapis Lazuli Spirit is here to remind you that you are never alone. And you don't have to figure out this life stuff by yourself. Lapis Lazuli Spirit can help you learn through relationships with others and through tapping into the universe for higher wisdom and insights about those experiences. Sometimes it takes being around people with a different perspective to start to better understand yourself and what you mostly deeply value. Is someone in your life today gifting you with a new perspective and insights that can help you on your healing path? And I definitely feel like that's something that's happening here, because I was noticing that both you and the other person both had the Hanged Man come through. It says, look around, for conscious universe wants you to experience enlightenment, not to be in the dark, repeating the same old patterns. Often change agents are sent your way to encourage you to make that shift you promised yourself you would make. Open up to the idea that allies can come in forms you might not have expected. Okay. So is there, maybe with the Hanged Man energy in mind, is there a different way that we can look at this situation, a different approach that we can take? Or even to see the other person's perspective, right? About something to help to strengthen this bond and this connection. But I do feel like, with that message there, that the key here is really about both of you and the other person doing the inner work, which is really going to help this connection to transform. Because I do feel like you and this person do have a beautiful bond with each other, and it could be so much more, so much better, so much more fulfilling, and consistently, right? Staying in the energy. Not to say that you'll never have a fight again with this person or that you'll never have a problem, but it'll be that much more harmonious and satisfying when you're able to really look at those things and actively work on changing whatever it is that needs to be changed here. All right, so that is all that I have for you, Group 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Group 2. So those of you that resonate with the Fire, Calcite, Heart, and the Action card, this is going to be a reading today. So we're going to find out you versus them. And we're doing this a little bit different today. I want to look at what energy you're bringing into the connection and whether or not it's helping the connection to further grow and develop, or if it's hindering it, meaning blocking it from progression. And then we're going to switch over to the other person's energy and look at what energy they're bringing into the connection and whether or not it's helping or hindering. And then we'll get some advice for you at the end. Okay. So we're going to start with your energy. So Group 2, Spirit. So what energy is Group 2 bringing into their love connection? What energy is Group 2 bringing into their love connection with their person? The King of Cups, Three of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of love here. Wheel of Fortune. High Priestess. Now, some of you might not have told this person what your feelings are. Okay, some of you have, some of you haven't, because I am seeing the High Priestess here, which is about keeping something a secret or concealed. I also feel that those of you that chose this pile feel a very spiritual connection to this person. Very spiritual energy. There's a lot of passion. I feel like you love this person in a very passionate way. But I also feel that you're also kind of being left in the dark in terms of where this is going or what the future holds for this connection. You might even kind of have this feeling of your connection with this person kind of going through these cycles. You could be waiting for them to take some kind of action or take the lead here to see what's going to happen. But I feel like you're more than open to being with this person. You're bringing in love, which is a beautiful energy. Okay. Why is this Three of Wands in reverse? The Tower's at the bottom. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, why is the Three of Wands here in reverse? Justice. King of Pentacles. I mean, you're not wrong. Basically what Spirit's saying here is like the energy that you're bringing in is love. I'm open to this. I want this. I desire this. What's going on? Where are we going? What is this? You're wanting honesty from this person. You're being honest with them about what you want. You want a relationship. You want commitment. But maybe you feel that this person isn't taking the lead. They're not taking the initiative. They're not giving you any clear indication of if there is even going to be commitment, if they are going to take action. Interesting, because this is number 15. 15 is the Devil. And reducing this is number 6, which is the Lovers, which would be union, relationship, commitment. So I kind of feel like Spirit's saying here, like, you're all about this connection. Like, you want this. You want this relationship. You feel like this person is the person you're meant to be with. You want to get married? Okay. You might want to get married to this person. You want a future with them. Like, you're going all in, but perhaps you feel like this person is not doing what they need to do, basically. Okay. So we're going to ask Spirit here, is your energy helping or hindering this connection? Is your energy helping or hindering? 7 of Wands. Well, is your energy helping or hindering? I mean, I feel like it's helping because in some way, I mean, seeing the Two of Cups at the bottom, in some way, I kind of feel like you're setting a boundary. You know, you're saying, this is what I want. And that's it. I believe in us. I believe in this connection. I have faith you're the right person. It shows that you are willing to persevere. Like, I want to keep going. I believe in the connection that we have. I believe the love that we have. You are the person that I want to be with. And I feel like it's putting this person in a place with the Hermit energy here where, I mean, they could be a little bit withdrawn from you, spending some time alone to really think about things. But I feel like that's a positive thing because it gives them time to kind of put things into perspective. It shows them like that you mean business. Like, I'm serious about you. I'm very sure about you. You're the person I love. You're the person I want to be with. You're the person I want to date, whatever's appropriate for your connection with this person. You want to build something solid. Like, I'm serious here. I want this. Okay, so now yours is so much easier than pile one's was. I've been noticing that lately with pile two's energy. I think it's been like the last couple of picker cards too, where pile two's energy may have been a little bit more easy or just straight out, it is what it is, versus a puzzle that I have to put together with the other complicated piles. So what I want to do now is I want to ask Spirit here what energy your person is bringing into this connection. You bring in love. We've got lots of love here that you're bringing in. Emotional support. Okay. What energy are they bringing into this connection? What energy are they bringing into this connection? The person you're dealing with. The moon. I'm going to take it reversed. The Death card. 7 of Cups in reverse. There's the 7 of Wands. Boy, oh boy. No, stop there. Okay, so the person that you're dealing with, the kind of energy that they're bringing in here, this could be that this person is suppressing, not revealing to you how they really feel. They could be somebody who doesn't really talk about their feelings. A person who is very mysterious. A person who feels like they're being secretive. They're hiding something. They're not telling you something. It could appear to be a little bit deceiving to you. We do have the 5 of Swords energy here, which the 5 of Swords can be a person who self-sabotages, has trust issues. They could also be very defensive. So, I mean, this isn't helping, right? It's not helping. I can say that right now, even without asking Spirit here if it's helping or hindering. If they don't talk about their feelings and they're sabotaging, self-sabotaging the connection with you, letting their trust issues get in the way, you know, the 5 of Swords can talk about a person being on the defense, but also confrontational. The 5 of Swords is negativity, drama, toxicity. They're bringing in some toxic energy. Probably making you feel confused. The moon is also about doubt and fear, irrational fears and insecurities. But again, 15, the devil. Is this helping or hindering the connection? Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, 8 of Cups, a Tower, Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. Well, I mean, the good thing is, if you're coming in with love, and this person is coming in with insecurities and trust issues, we do have the Death card here, which is about change and transformation. So, if you're being, you know, if this person is coming in with the trust issues here, you know, it might temporarily, with the Tower energy, create a lot of instability in your relationship where this person runs away, isolates themselves from you, which, you know, running from it would certainly hinder, right? Would block it. But the positive here is that this gives them some kind of wake-up call. It gives them a wake-up call. It stirs up the energy to, because at this point, this person has a choice. If they're coming in with this energy and you're coming in with love, are they going to continue to sabotage? Or are they going to say, you know what? Pile 2 really cares about me, really likes me, really wants this. I need to change. So you could certainly be someone who, because of the love and support, I'm here for you, I understand you, I empathize, I'm compassionate towards you, and you're giving nothing but love to them, nurturing, kindness. Are they going to continue to do that? Or are they going to change, right? Because at that point, yes, they have a choice. They can either continue on with their toxicity, or they can decide, you know what? Pile 2 is being this way with me, showing this to me, and this is inspiring me to change. Now, that process might not be pleasant, right? Because this is looking at yourself. This is bringing those wounds to the surface to process. So it might be temporarily feel like it's hindering the relationship, because the person might walk away, or they might, pull away from you. And that, of course, could be painful. You're like, what are you doing? I'm giving you love. Don't you want this? And in the time that they're away from you or withdrawn from you, they feel inspired to work on themselves. And then start feeling more confident about being more vulnerable with you. Because you're giving that person the emotional support. You are creating this space. I want to give you a pat on the back right now, Pile 2. I want to pat you on the back and say, job well done. Because when we can create that loving energy, it helps people, because you're not healing them, right? You're not doing the work for them. You're creating the energetic space for someone to feel safe with healing. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. And I'm getting chills as I'm saying that, because it's such a beautiful energy that temporarily, yes, it might make things kind of just, because the Tower is upheaval. It's about breaking down foundations, illusions, and false belief systems. The person doesn't have to believe this anymore, right? They don't have to believe that you're going to hurt them, that you're going to betray to them, that you're hiding something from them, that you're being secretive, that they have to defend themselves, that they have to do all these things anymore. That chapter is over. You have an opportunity to create a new one. And certainly people, yes, can decide they're going to run away and just be gone because they don't want to face themselves. They don't want to face the inner work that they must do. But this looks like, for some of you with this person, that it's actually started like this chain reaction of big change. Huge change that is helping this person to feel more confident in themselves, because the love that you're giving to them, the nurturing, the care, the emotional support, the compassion, and the empathy is making this person feel more confident about being vulnerable, about expressing their heart and their feelings, and not feeling like they have to hide them and suppress them. Okay. All right. So now I want to ask Spirit here what your advice is for this connection. What is your advice for this connection? What is your advice for this connection, group 2? I love this. Okay. The Star and the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups. So this is Spirit saying here, allow things to unfold between you and this person in divine timing. Okay? Have trust, have faith, especially for those of you that might be separated from this person right now. Trust that there will be reconciliation. We have the Chariot at the bottom and the Six of Wands. So I feel like Spirit's kind of telling you here that things are going to work out for you and this person. Okay? You're going to pull through this. And things are going to get better. I feel for many of you that chose this pile, like this person's your soulmate. This is the person you're meant to be with. Okay. I want to pull one more card here. What is your advice, group, to hematite? Top 26. Okay. So it says becoming grounded, getting back to the earth, practicality and centeredness, balance and calm. That's your advice. We have love is a verb. Expressed through loving actions. Hematite Spirit is calling you to take loving action toward someone whom perhaps you have been taking for granted. It's much too easy to forget people's wonderful qualities and all they give us, for our brains are designed to pay more attention to problems and dangers. Make a point today of expressing love and appreciation to others. From being together, we'll just say with your partner, to offering a thank you to a neighbor or doing something special for a friend to say, I'm so glad you are in my life. Relationships are the foundation that supports you in turbulent times. Nourish them today. Okay? So if you've been feeling kind of frustrated with this person, try to bring your energy back to center, back to grounded, back to love. Okay? I'm not saying don't feel angry, but allow yourself to work through those emotions. Observe the thoughts that you have along with them and let them go. Go back, take yourself back to love. Okay? Back to love. Maybe telling them something nice or something sweet. You know, especially if they've been frustrating with you. Don't focus on the problems and everything that's going wrong and, you know, kind of creating more negativity. You know, maybe this is giving this person a compliment or letting them know, you know, that was really thoughtful of you to do that. Or, you know, I'm so grateful that I've met you. I'm you know, feeling, I don't know, you can think of something sweet to say. But again, coming from a place of love and balance and calm. Okay, bringing yourself back into that state. Okay, all right. So I'm going to leave this here for you, group 2. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, group 3. So those of you that resonate with card number 28, Rest, and the Smokey Quartz, this is going to be a reading today. So we are finding out, we're doing a you versus them, if you missed it in the intro, but we're doing it a little bit different today. We're going to be looking at what energy you're bringing into the connection and whether or not it's helping or hindering things from moving forward. And we're also going to be looking at your person's energy that they're bringing into the connection and whether or not it's helping or hindering. And then we'll also get some advice for you at the end. Okay. So group 3. Group 3, what energy are you? We're going to start with you. What energy are you bringing into this love connection? The Knight of Wands. The Eight of Wands. Lots of passion here. Lots of passion, lots of motivation, lots of excitement of wanting to just move forward. Seven of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. And the World. Okay. You know, we have the Wheel of Fortune energy here, which is about divine timing, but it's also about cycles and unpredictability. So perhaps this person, like maybe you don't know, where this relationship is headed or going. We do have the Seven of Wands energy here, which is about perseverance. So it almost makes me feel like you have this energy of like, I want to get going. I want to see where this is going. But at the same time, if this person, and I don't know what, of course, their energy yet, but if this person has been like, you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, then you might even be at a place with the Seven of Wands where you're kind of set a boundary, and you might be saying to yourself, is it time to move on? Is it time to just let go? Because you do have rest here. Because the Knight of Wands is a very fast-moving energy. It's passionate, it's motivated, it's driven to want to move forward. So if you're feeling that intensity of like, I want to, move this forward. And if the person is not doing that, that can certainly, make you question, like, should I just let this person go? You may feel with the Seven of Wands that you're facing some adversity here, some challenge with this connection, with it progressing. Maybe there's a lot of unpredictability in this person's actions here. So let's look at whether or not your energy is helping or hindering. Is your energy in this connection helping or hindering? The Seven of Cups. 10 of Wands in reverse. 6 of Cups in reverse. Is your energy helping or hindering? Queen of Swords. It might be... The Eight of Wands is also very fast-moving energy, which makes me question, are you trying to rush? Are you trying to speed things along too quickly? The sense of urgency, because then that might create pressure for this other person, pressuring them to, to into relationship commitment, especially if you're not committed to them. Is this helping or hindering? The Two of Wands. I mean, for one thing, for you, I feel like this is a positive, because you also don't want people wasting your time. You know what you want. You know exactly what you want. And you want to be able to make your plans for your life. Like, I don't want to sit here and put all my energy towards this person if they don't know what they want, because I do know what I want. So on one hand, you could also be using discernment here to say, okay, should I keep going with this? Are we going to continue on? But I feel like you also might be thinking, as the Queen of Swords, should I keep exploring other options? Because if this person isn't wanting to go, I'm ready to go. I know what I want. I want a commitment. I want a relationship. I'm looking for love. And I'm ready to settle down. But for the other person, right, this intensity, this urgency, could be something that causes stress. It could be something that makes the person kind of feel like they're at a fork in the road, where they need to, I mean, it's good, right? They need to think about what they're doing and what they're doing with you. But yeah, it could be creating a little bit of stress, okay, a little bit of pressure. which sometimes people do need that, right? A little bit, not a whole lot, but like at least a little bit of like, hey, don't waste my time. What are we doing? You know? But with the Six of Cups in reverse, I will say this, because the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Wands here, the Seven of Wands, this is a lot of passion, a lot of fire energy. Is this very physical, just physical for you? Is there a need for you to nurture, emotionally nurture the relationship? Because your Six of Cups is in reverse, which is kind of saying that we're not really opening up and sharing our heart, sharing our feelings. Perhaps you could even be a little bit closed off or even afraid of connecting, or you could find that you're not really connecting deeply on an emotional level with the other person. And that could happen maybe, you know, because if we're trying to rush, if we feel, okay, like let's just say we first start dating somebody and we feel very physically attracted to them, or we feel that passion there, and then we're just like full on, right? Full speed ahead with that kind of energy. Where's the love? Where's the feelings? Where's the emotions? Let's build the bond. Let's build the emotional connection before we start, you know, trying to rush into something. So that can certainly create confusion for you, but also the other person too, and a little bit of stress here. It could also make them, if they're feeling, if you're feeling coming in with that urgency of wanting to rush into something, that also might make them close up, you know, like where they decide that they don't want to be rushed. They don't want to move even too quickly into something. Meaning that it might have kind of like the opposite effect of what you want, right? Why is the Six of Cups in reverse here? The Hierophant and the Knight of Pentacles. So it's actually making this person feel like, I want to slow down. You're like, let's go, go, go. And they're like, pump the brakes. Because the Queen of Swords is about discernment, which we should be, right? We should be discerning when we're entering into a relationship. We want to make sure that this is the right person. This is the right person for us. It's the right relationship, right connection. There's actually something there aside from just physical and intimacy. Is there something deeper? Okay, so now we know what we've got going on with you. Now let's look at your person here and see what kind of energy they're bringing into this connection. What energy is your person bringing into this connection? What energy is your person bringing into this connection? The Star. Six of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. And Judgment. Well, I mean, I feel like this is kind of showing that this person's, even like their intentions here, is positive in that they are wanting to have something serious. But with Judgment here, Judgment is about making like, it's a big decision, a major decision. And the King of Pentacles is full on committed. Full on. So Justice and the Five of Pentacles at the bottom. There might be a little bit of some underlying insecurities here about the full-on commitment, okay? And I feel like with Justice being here, Justice is about making the right choices, the right decisions with what is going to be good for everybody. For you, for them. I feel like with the Star being here, you know, the Star is about having trust, having faith, believing in something, trusting in something. The King of Pentacles is a risk taker. You know, I feel like this person too, there's a strong pull towards you, attraction towards you. I want to look, I'm going to put these up here. I want to look at Judgment. What is this Judgment here? Oops. Hermit. Okay, so yeah, this person is doing some deep thinking here. And they might be a little bit withdrawn, a little bit detached here. Taking some time to really think about even making the change from going from being single to in a relationship. Are they ready for that change? Are they ready for this big decision to commit fully? You know? Why is this Five of Pentacles here? Temperance and the Strength card. So it's kind of like that insecurity within them is saying, take your time, calm down, don't make any sudden decisions here. And that, right, if you know, like, I know exactly what I want, let's go, let's do this, I'm sure about you, let's continue to move forward. Like I said, it's kind of making the other person like, hold on a second, let me think about this. I want to, because this is a big decision to them, you know, it's a huge decision. One that they want to make sure that they get right. Because when this person's thinking of it in terms of commitment, it's like I said, you can't get any more committed than the King of Pentacles. That's a big investment, a big, big commitment. So with Temperance here, you know, this is also about this person needing to work on being brave and courageous and keeping those, you know, the Strength card is about being able to control our impulses, making any impulsive decisions, right? So Temperance is about patience, balance. So let's now ask Spirit here. I'm going to take these, I'm just going to leave the underlined cards here. I want to ask Spirit now if this energy from this person, is it helping or hindering this connection? Because in one way, if one person is wanting to go fast, the other person's wanting to go slow, there's a little bit of a mismatch in some energy here, which can certainly cause delays, right? Setbacks, delays, frustration. Is this energy helping or hindering this connection? Eight of Cups, the Two of Wands. Because this person feels like this is such a serious decision here, I will say the one thing that from your energy is if you're giving off, I mean, it could even be something in the way that you know, there's many different ways that we can show a person that we're rushing. We're trying to rush. It could be something that we say. It could be something within our energy that they feel that they can pick up on. I feel that what's happening here, because this person doesn't want to feel rushed. Okay, so that would be one thing that I would say, even before we go into advice, is if this person feels pressured or rushed and you keep coming towards them with it, this person is running. Okay. It might be making this person, hold on a second, I want to get confused. Because of the insecurities that are there, right? The insecurities would certainly cause, like I said, the setbacks and the delays, the indecisiveness about what action they're going to take. And it's interesting that we have rest here, because perhaps that is something that needs to happen, is to really maybe take some time for both of you to think about this, right? Because if you're ready for something now and they're not quite there yet, we can't very well move forward. I mean, this could even be something that's causing insecurities within you, because, you want to know, of course, what is this person doing? What are they thinking? What do they want here with this relationship? So it could be causing some insecurities within you, about whether or not this is going to be something that actually works out. Um, but I also feel that in the way that this person is responding here to with this energy, that if they're avoidant or if they're running away, it's giving them the time, I feel like, that they need to kind of get their thoughts in order and to come up with a plan, a strategy. Because if one person is super sure, right, and the other person is not, okay, how do we come up with a solution? How do we figure this out? And I feel like that's kind of what's happening with this person. It might not make you feel the happiest, right, that they're not giving you the straight answer, but it might also be something that is necessary in order to make sure that one is making the right decision, because you also don't want it to turn into a situation where, you're feeling the urgency and then they agree to it, and then, a couple months down the line, they decide, oh, no, I shouldn't have done that, you know? Or even a year into the relationship, 2 years into the relationship, where they felt like I should have taken more time to get to know pile three, because, you know, in the beginning of connections, we're wearing a mask, basically, right? We're wearing a mask. We're not who we really are. We're putting on our best behavior, and it's not until you really start to get to know somebody that you start to see each other's true colors and what you're really about, and certain things about personality, behavioral patterns, things of that nature that really kind of make themselves known. And if we try to rush into something, we might be missing some stuff. We might not really know the person like we should if we're going to move into that serious relationship or commitment. So in one way, I feel like the way that they're going about it is something that's helping them to give the clarity and to also use discernment so that they make sure that they're making the best possible decision for themselves. It could also help them to feel a little bit more confident in the relationship by taking their time to making sure that the relationship is balanced, that each of you are, putting in the time, the energy, and even building trust, right? Trusting each other, building trust with the relationship, the connection, could be the way that this person is kind of approaching this situation. Okay. So, I mean, the insecurity is not so good, right? Because if this person's go-to in the way that they respond to something is to avoid and to run away, that's not the greatest. Because if we're in a relationship with the person and the person's doing that, that's no good. That would definitely be something this person needs to work on. is to face it and to talk and to communicate, you know, to tell you straight out, I don't want to be rushed. I don't want to be forced, or I don't want to make the wrong decision here. I want to make sure that this is right for both of us. And sometimes people don't say that, right? They don't say what they are thinking or feeling. They just kind of do these odd things of running away and avoiding and trying to escape instead of being upfront and telling you exactly how they feel. So I want to ask Spirit here what your advice is for this connection. What is pile 3's advice for this connection? Justice. 8 of Cups in reverse. Death and the 8 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. And then we're going to pull an oracle here as well. What is Group 3's advice here? Raw Morganite. Okay. So being that there's kind of like a difference with the energy between one person and the other, we can't, right? We can't, neither one of you can really force each other to push something forward. So we do have rest here. So I feel like this is an important time for both you and the other person to take some time to reflect inwards and to try to take control of any of those impulsive energies that you might be feeling, to try to control the situation. Okay? Yeah, I feel like trying to work towards releasing control here. If you are someone who is a negative thinker, self-sabotaging, you know, thoughts and stuff like that, try to work towards letting those go, healing them, okay? Try to not obsess over the situation or the person. If it's helpful for you to even kind of withdraw your energy from the person a little bit, okay? Meaning that if you're finding that your thoughts are and mind is completely consumed by this person, that's a lot of energy that you're expending thinking about this situation that we might not have any control over. So does it really serve our highest good to do that? This might be a time for you to rest, to reflect, and to, you know, seek the wisdom and the knowledge that's coming through from your own higher self. You know, sometimes the desires of the ego could drown out fear, also can drown out the intuition. And so if we're in our head a lot, worrying about it, stressing about it, thinking about it, then that can certainly make us feel a lot worse, you know, about the situation. So we do have justice here. And the Ace of Pentacles is also present. So I want to say Spirit is telling you here to trust that if you and this person are meant to be with each other, it will be something that will happen. You know, you'll start to notice the changes that take place. I want to look at the raw Morganite here and see what else this message is talking about. So 46. Let's see. Okay, so Ra Morganite says sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, compassion, the gift of vulnerability, and also self-forgiveness. And so it says gentle assertiveness is the way now, for the message of Ra Morganite spirit is to conserve your resources and avoid giving in to the drama of battles. You know? So basically it's what spirit's saying here. Conserve your resources, conserve your energy, right? We can't force the situation. We can't control it. So it's better for you to try to work towards changing or transforming your thoughts from the negative and the self-sabotaging thoughts and things of that nature. Maybe even working on, you know, like I said, pulling back a little bit instead of trying to fight it, right? Because the resistance, the fighting it, is going to be something that makes us feel miserable, right? It says people who are wounded may not appreciate you now. So set healthy boundaries, for your compassion and kindness extends to yourself. Express the strength of vulnerability by being honest without oversharing, by letting others see that you are on a healing path so that they may be inspired too. Okay, so some of you might even be dealing with a person who is wounded. And if they are wounded, they may not necessarily be open to the love that you're trying to give to them, or the effort even that you're putting in here. Okay, and of course that could be vice versa. Okay, take it how it resonates. You know, we do have the Justice card here, like I said earlier. So justice is also about honesty and integrity. So that can certainly be being honest with this person, but also, you know, encouraging this person to also be honest with you, even if it's not what we want to hear from from the person. But at least we kind of know where we stand. We know, you know, what plans to make, what changes we need to make. Perhaps this is also taking some time for both you and the other person to take some time to really think about things, you know, for the connection and whether or not, you know, we can move forward here. If it is going to progress, if it is going to move forward, or if it's not. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave this here for you, group 3. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.